right, Dathan finished up 10th place today, in the mix there for quite a while.
Kinda.
How are you feeling?
Pretty, I'm a little not disappointed. I wish I would have finished higher, but I did as good as I could, and in the end I just knew that, I train with those guys every day, and so if I just waited for another lap, I knew what was going to happen, and so I had to give it a shot. I was already feeling dead, but I was like, all right, I got to go for it. Maybe the heat's worse and everybody else is feeling like this, and I was spent though, man. The last lap, I was like, yeah, I could have probably ran a little more conservative, just sat back, maybe finished, 6th, 7th place, but I'd done that before, and so I wanted to give it a go. I mean, this could be the last time around the oval, at the World Championships or Olympics, and I mean, definitely be in the marathon now, but this is the last time I wanted to go for it, and so I knew where those guys were, and I had to give it a shot. So
yeah, is it hard to train with two guys are medal contenders, knowing, hey, there's 3 medals?
Yeah.
If I get one up, I might have to beat.
But in our group, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and I mean that's what happens. I was telling someone else, that's what happens at the end of every speed workout. Those guys are 4 or 5 seconds ahead of me on the last lap, and so I just know that that's the way it is. But I do, I'm really moving in a different direction, going longer, and I know that I'm a marathoner, and so that's the way that it is, and they help me. I could never do the fast workouts that I do without them, and it doesn't maybe show at the last lap of this race, but the speed is good for me long term. The mechanics are good. I'm better off than I was years ago. I'm 30 now, and still running well, and now I really want to take that into the marathon now and keep that fitness and health going.
You kind of made it sound like today you kind of knew what was going to happen. Whereas at USA's, you kind of said, oh, I came in expecting to win the race. Did your expectations versus Galen towards the end of the race change, or was just the type of race was different? Or
a little bit. The type of race was different. When there's a lot of guys in the race, it's harder you can't just focus on, one person like that. At USA's, I could focus on 3 people. Pretty much I knew me, Galen, Derek, and Ben True were going to be probably so it's a lot easier. When it's a race like that and there's all these guys left in the pack, it's not as easy to just focus on one guy.
So you walk away from this one feeling what, as compared to other experiences like this on the track?
It's better than last year, for sure. The placing's not like crazy better or anything, but I think I was more in the race. I stayed with it, I'm happier with it. I feel more fit than last year. I don't think I'm ever going to be closing in 53, and so that's okay though, because I've never seen anybody close 53 in a marathon. So. If I could close what I did today in a marathon, I'll be happy with that.
How soon now did you start gearing up for that?
Tomorrow.
Really?
It's 9 weeks from today, or from tomorrow, so it's a really short turnaround, but I'm super fit. I've probably done 5 miles a week more throughout the year this year. Speed workouts have been good. The intervals, longer intervals have been better, and I think that I can run a lot better than last year. I got a whole other year of health under me, and so I'm going to go for it this year in Chicago. I'm not going to sit off the run. I'm just going to go for it. I mean, last year I kind of proved that I can do it in the marathon, and now I got to go for it. There's nothing to lose really.
So you mean go for it? You mean race to win, race to
go with the pack and do as good as I can. Winning would be awesome, but I'm going to go for it. Last year I kind of just ran my own race. This year I want to compete, and hopefully the weather's good and I can run really fast and finish great. But I just want to go on and compete instead of kind of time trial.
Do you think you'll do anything race-wise between now and then?
I don't know. I did Philly last year, and part of me wants to do that, do the same thing as I did last time, but I also kind of feel like I've raced more high quality races this year. Every race this year I've been in it made some kind of big move, whereas last year I was just kind of putting the pieces together. This year every race I've gone for it at some point towards the end of the race, and that's what I'm happy about. I still got it mentally, you know, to be able to go for it like that, and so now it's just a matter of putting in the training, and so maybe I don't do anything. Maybe I don't do a tune-up race because I've raced a lot, and so maybe I just need to train a big chunk of training, but we'll see. I mean, it kind of just depends a little bit in the next couple weeks how I come off from this and how I transition.
You think this might be your last track race ever?
I don't think, no, it won't be my last track race ever, for sure. Alberto would never let me not run short distance. He's obsessed with speed, you know, like he's obsessed with speed work. So, you know, if I ever want, I'd have to get a new coach if I never wanted to track again. So I'm sure he'll make me, but, you know, 2015 I might do the marathon. I don't know, I was watching the marathon, the women's marathon today, and kind of got the itch to do that. Maybe I shouldn't have watched it.
Even in the heat.
Today's heat?
I'd run pretty good in the heat. I mean, we prepare well, so you know, that's fun stuff though. You know, I watching that. I probably shouldn't even watch that race, and I was like, oh man, I wish I was running the marathon. But you know, I had fun out there.
So you train with Mo all the time. Is there any way to beat the guy right now? How would you beat him? If you were coaching
26.2 miles. That's how we'll see if he's as good in the marathon as he is in track. If he is, then you know maybe I'll just avoid him for the rest of my career. But otherwise, yeah. I mean, it's good for me though. You know, he's gonna run London, and I'm gonna run hopefully London or Boston. So if we'll have each other to train with, you know, and I've been doing that stuff on my own. So now hopefully I got someone else.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.